us women always feel sometimes, oh, can you do this? Like, can you fix this light bulb? Can you do this? Just because we may not have time or we just feel like we need to, but we can do anything that you guys can. We just have to put our mind to it, you know? They can tell you a little bit about what's going to happen at the rally, but I don't think you can really comprehend it until you live it. The whole rally concept, that it was female empowerment. So I decided that it was time to take the plunge and train and really go for it.
Never stop asking questions and trusting your experience and who you are.
We trained, I got certified in four-wheel drive because I never really driven off course like that, and then I did navigation training. I got to learn everything myself.
We got our coordinates at the first checkpoint, and now we got to plot them all out, which is no small feat. You can't plan too far ahead because if you do, it'll actually kind of cripple you. You have to be able to shuck and jive a bit. I mean, I can break it down into a science, into every little leg and every little triangulation, and that's fine. But we went on a road that we saw on the map, and suddenly it disappeared. At that point, I'm like, the science of mapping is irrelevant, and it's all about instincts.
The feeling of being able to control such a big object and be sliding at the same time, I love that feeling.
This is actually what we use to measure the degrees. This arrow needs to always be in the direction of travel. If you don't, you'll end up going in the opposite direction.
I knew it was going to be life-changing and difficult and empowering all at the same time, but I didn't know to the extent. I feel more independent.
You know, it says it's an 8-day rally, but it really is 10 days, 12 days overall that you're cut off, focused on one thing in a community of women who have chose to develop their character in the same way, and that's empowering in itself.
Kira and I decided to take on the electric car this year, and it's totally new. We pioneered it. I had no idea going in like how many challenges you would have with just a two-wheel drive car. I knew that, you know, the terrain, it was going to be impossible or close to impossible to do it, but the car did amazing until we hit sand, which is the majority of the desert. So we had a hole in it yesterday, and I told the mechanics about it and to maybe get a patch, and they just said, I think it's gonna be okay. It's just amazing to be able to dig yourself out with a shovel, or you know, jacking your car up, putting rocks under the tire to try to get out.
I love that it pushes you to your limits. The Gazelles especially have showed me firsthand that you can talk your way out of any hole and dig yourself out, and don't look back because there's tomorrow to be better.
We did it. Yeah, she was giving up. She's like, we can't, we're not gonna do this. I'm like, we're in this together, we just gotta keep going. We have the will to want to, you know, change something within ourselves, which hopefully will change, you know, the outcome of our lives. We're seeing it in this whole movement with female empowerment. At least we're having a dialogue, opening it up and talking about it to do something about it. But this rally is a perfect example of how we're putting the words into action.
We spend way too much time debating and discussing with no outcome, and I think our generation is really fed up with it.
But what I always come into every situation with is we are all equals, we're all human beings at the end of the day, like regardless of our culture, of our language, we all have that common goal.
I love seeing each and every gazelle come out of this with a newfound confidence that they didn't even know that they had.
I think I'm just super proud and honored to be a part of this rally. I would do it again in a heartbeat. It's just a once-in-a-lifetime experience.